if you really think about how he rose, and I think Kendrick to a smaller degree, but J. Cole's in a particular example where he built his audience really touring. Like it was just doing tiny shows over and over and over again, and it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew. And he found a niche, which was like, hey, I'm not going to have a feature. So he kind of had a gimmick. And and then he brought his crew along with him, the Dreamville guys, and built a little world around himself. And yes, he's grown out of that world, but like, but that's not existing outside of that world is not necessary for him. For a guy like Drake, on the other hand, he needs to be outside that world. Without that world, if he's not outside that his core, he doesn't have oxygen.
Right. And so I think that's what's healthy about this time period. You can aim to have a minimum sort of threshold you reach that you can still exist within. And listen, this doesn't just apply to fame. Restaurant owners.
Yeah.
What if that's a person who loves food? And then after, 35 years of doing the ordering, doing the hiring and firing, jumping in on the dish line when the dishwasher doesn't show up, bussing tables, hosting, having your kids work at the restaurant, having your sister-in-law, blah, 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 blah. Do they still love food as much? Can they go out and enjoy a steak at a restaurant the way they used to? And that's not even like fame per se, but that's the same relationship where you and I are discussing now, though, right? It's like, wow, I have this passion for this thing. I want to, and I want to build on that. I want to provide that for people and be compensated for it and build a business, build an engine, and build a restaurant that's humming. How does that person feel when they retire about food, seafood, or donut, or Abbott's, or Don's Original, whatever it is? Mm-hmm. Do they love that thing the way they did before? Can they preserve that?
We're talking about the relationship between a person and their work.
Yes, and by work, I would say the thing that drives us, that would emanate from our being anyway, that can be our bridge to the world, to the rest of the world. You know what I'm to life, to people around us. And how do you maintain that bridge?